Some people spot a tiny change in tone, a moved object, or a bad feeling in a room almost right away, but that does not mean they have magical powers. Usually, they are better at one or more parts of observation, because noticing is not one single skill. It is attention, filtering, memory, comparison, and pattern detection working together. The first big reason people notice more is expertise. A seasoned mechanic hears an odd sound and senses a problem before a beginner even knows what matters. A chess master does not see random pieces. A skilled clinician, editor, detective, or designer builds a pattern library, so important details stand out faster and make more sense. But expertise has limits, and that is important. Research on inattentional blindness shows that even experts miss obvious things when their attention is busy elsewhere. In one meta-analytic finding, about 62% of novices missed the unexpected event, and about 56% of experts missed it too, which shows experts are not immune to blind spots. So expertise helps inside a known area, but it does not turn a person into a perfect observer of everything happening in every moment around them. Another reason some people notice more is attention style. Some minds scan broadly across a room, while others lock deeply onto one main goal and ignore nearly everything else. Broad scanners may catch mood shifts, logistical mistakes, microexpressions, or changes in the environment very quickly because they keep sampling more of what is around them. That can be useful, but it also carries a cost, because the same person may find it harder to shut distractions out and hold deep concentration on one task. Highly observant people are often not seeing more of everything. They are better at updating when something breaks a pattern they already know or expect. Working memory matters here too. Some people unconsciously hold a recent mental snapshot and compare the present against it at high speed without realizing they are doing it. That is why they notice a chair moved 2 inches, a missing object, a different voice tone, or a contradiction in someone's story that others pass right over. From the outside, that can look almost supernatural, but inside it is often a fast loop of storing, comparing, and checking for mismatch again and again. Face recognition is a special example. A small group called super recognizers can identify faces across bad lighting, aging, disguise, or different camera angles much better than most people. That ability is real and measurable, but even super recognizers are not automatically better at every type of observation. They are unusually strong in one important visual channel. Emotion and past experience can sharpen attention too. People raised in unpredictable homes or high-conflict spaces often become highly sensitive to mood, silence, posture, and tiny changes. They learn that missing a signal can bring consequences, so their brains start treating those small cues as survival-relevant information that must be watched closely. This can look like great intuition, and sometimes it really is useful, but it can also be exhausting, because the person may live in a state of hypervigilance. Hypervigilance means the system is always checking for danger, which can bring overstimulation, sleep problems, anxiety, false pattern detection, and trouble relaxing even in safe settings. Neurodivergence can matter as well. Some autistic people, some people with ADHD, and some highly sensitive people report noticing details, inconsistencies, or sensory changes that others filter out. That does not mean every neurodivergent person notices more in every way. It means the brain's filtering system can be tuned differently, sometimes toward detail, sometimes away from expected social cues. The deeper lesson is that human perception evolved to be efficient, not complete. Most people miss huge amounts of information because filtering is necessary to avoid overload. If you tracked every sound, edge, smell, movement, and emotional hint at full strength all day, your mind would get buried under data almost immediately. Highly observant people often live closer to that overload line. They may catch errors, read rooms, and spot risks better, but switching off can be much harder. The good part is that observation can be trained. Slowing down, naming what you see before interpreting it, and comparing expectation with reality all help strengthen awareness. Domain learning helps too. The more structure you understand, the easier it becomes to detect meaningful changes instead of being flooded by random details with no clear value. Good observers also know when to widen and when to narrow attention. That matters because watching everything badly is less useful than watching the right thing at the right time. A strong observer does not just look harder. They know what clues matter, what patterns are normal, and how to test whether a noticed signal is real or just projection. That last part matters a lot because some people notice many details but jump to wrong conclusions, especially when fear or bias turns coincidence into a false pattern. So the best observation is not only sharp sensing, it is sharp checking, where the brain notices a change, compares it against memory, and asks whether the pattern truly holds up. When someone seems uncannily observant, their mind has usually been trained by work, personality, history, or necessity to treat certain details as socially or practically important very quickly. That means the skill is less mystical than it looks, but also more complex, because it sits at the meeting point of attention, memory, emotion, and pattern learning. If you want to improve your own observation, start by slowing down in one setting each day, like a classroom, office, shop, or train, and notice what changes first. And if you want another psychology video about abilities that look like gifts but often come with hidden costs, watch the next one, because noticing more is not always easier to live with.